2 years ago, I essentially quit filmmaking. I was exhausted, my mental health wasn't good by any means, and I felt like a failure. I had gone from making 11 short films and 1 feature in the span of a year and a half to none over the next 2. I tried time and time again to jumpstart my passion, but there was an overwhelming feeling of fear and doubt. I doubted if I was even talented enough to be a filmmaker, and stopped myself from thinking otherwise. It wasn't until the world shut down and I was left alone with those thoughts that I realized that regardless of failure or success, I was going to try again.
Ideal of what we should be. You keep trying to force me into it. I know him. He's stupid and arrogant.
I said I'm sorry, Otto.
It's an opinion question.
Can I have your attention,
Only
please?
then can I know that you can't inflict any more emotional torture on me
12,000
or the
steps.
real residents of the human race.
Some BTS of this? Delete that! Delete that right now!
I got it all on film. I got it all.
Why do you have to tell him to record everything?
This is the first commercial project that I had worked on since quitting. We were approached late November with the opportunity to shoot an online clothing ad for Empire Customs, a Toronto-based tailored suit shop in charge of regularly outfitting players from the Toronto Raptors and Toronto Maple Leafs. It was a big deal for me to get this one right, not only for myself, but for Filmmetry. The delivery date was December 1st. That gave us a total of 4 days to plan, shoot, edit, and deliver. The commercial was simple. Our client wanted to showcase a custom setup wizard on the website and walk customers through it. Essentially, it would allow you to input your measurements, weight, and height, and use that information to custom tailor dress shirts and pants designed specifically for you, all from the comfort of your own home. Our client Dennis gave us the reins on using his fancy upstairs office space. Dennis was the perfect client to work with. Now, normally you'd take the time to scout a location to figure out the shots. With a short notice, I knew we had to improvise and keep the brainstorming going while unloading and setting up gear.
Okay. So yeah, this can go way down now. Nice clamp, huh?
Damn it, Graham, that's coming out of your paycheck.
It's not my fault that your clamp is ridiculous. There you go. There you go.
Just like the good old days. The final product needed to look clean and refined, so I built that into the shots, both moving and static. I set up the Blackmagic 6K with a Sigma 18-35mm, with the mindset that the first setup would be shots moving on a lateral axis. I wanted to open on movement to draw the viewer to the computer mouse, eventually leading us into the website in the very next shot. We threw it on a slider and planned our starting points and where we would land. There were several shots where I knew I wanted to track in animated steps directly from the website, within the image. Good job. I was happy with the footage, and just like that, we were done upstairs and ready to move on.
Yeah, we wanted him to be.
Mine's like 1/64 but
I wanted the final hero shot to be one of elegance and class. I wanted to push the idea that with Empire Customs tailoring, you would feel like a king in your own castle. With our shots for this setup finally complete, I decided to pitch an additional shot as a backup. Dennis was very excited to see this setup, and I wanted to get him involved as a cameo in his own commercial. I had the idea of Rob getting his preferred drink delivered to him by Dennis off screen, and he was extremely eager to be involved. It was spontaneous and kept the set lighthearted and fun. The mirror shots were a final addition to the ad that came in handy during editing.
starting with one arm already in the shirt and then like flowing it over.
That's actually. At this point, I was under the impression that I had captured enough to make the commercial, but felt like the mirror downstairs would be too nice not to use. We had Rob try on multiple custom shirts Empire had prepared ahead of time, and I thought it wouldn't be a bad idea to have alternating shots to choose from in editing. These mirror shots ended up being integral for the main commercial. I didn't see them as main shots, merely just B-roll, since I was convinced we had captured everything we needed prior. But looking back, I'm grateful we took the leap and utilized the mirror. Things would have been so much different had I not been open to the idea. I can't stress enough the importance of being confident in your ideas, even if they might not work. You have a responsibility to manage your time appropriately, but that doesn't mean you should restrict yourself just because it might seem excessive. We finished early with plenty of time for pickup shots of Dennis's store. These added some much needed transitions in the ad and gave Dennis more footage in case he wanted to use them himself or get a different ad cut through Filmmetry. Everyone should have something they regret doing or not doing on set. It keeps you humble and sharp for the next project. Mine was batteries.
Tensions are high. Can you get this on camera?
Oh, yeah.
Tensions are extremely high.
Just as we were getting the last few shots, my battery died and I didn't have a backup that was charged. Beyond stupid move on my part. Had the file not been saved, I would have jeopardized the entire shoot and working relationship with the client. This is not something I want to risk ever again. My excuse was that I hadn't shot something for a long time. But the client didn't know that, and nor should he. Even with all those thoughts in my head, I carried myself with confidence that I knew what I was doing in any given moment, even if I didn't. Your client and your crew depend on you. Their experiences on your set stay long after the shoot is done, regardless of the end product, so make it as enjoyable as possible. With planning, I would have known what I needed and gotten out, which is fine, but it was that on-the-fly thinking that gave me some of my favorite shots in the entire commercial. Be open to new ideas and collaboration. No film is ever truly created by one person. Whether it was Rob, Tolmie, Jordan, or Graham, everyone brought something to set that elevated the ideas I had going in and made a simple clothing commercial shoot that much more special.